People think their personality is fixed and they have a discipline problem. They don't. They have a state problem. I learned this from Ayurveda, and honestly, it explains personality and behavior better than most modern frameworks. Here's the deal. You've got three modes in your brain. Sattva, that is clear, calm, and focused state. Rajas, that is driven, busy, anxious, and chasing state. Tamas, that is tired, stuck, and unmotivated state. Modern psychology says the same thing, just with the fancier words. Your habits, they follow a loop. Think about the habit loop from James Clear in his famous book, Atomic Habits. He had this four-part habit loop: cue, craving, action, reward. Rajas, which refers to the activity and restlessness state, this sits right in the middle of the loop, craving plus impulsive action. You feel the urge and immediately act on it. There is movement, but not much awareness or control. Example, seeing your phone light up, instantly checking it without thinking. Next, the tamas, that is the inertia or dullness state. This disrupts the loop by stopping the action. Cue happens, but no meaningful response. Either procrastination, avoidance, or passive behavior. Example, knowing you should study, doing nothing, or numbing out instead. Next is sattva, clarity and balance. This transforms the loop. That's the controlled and conscious response. The cue and cravings are noticed, but you choose your action deliberately. Example, noticing the urge to check your phone, but deciding to finish your task first. So you're essentially reframing your habits as the levels of awareness and control. Tamas is a stuck state, no energy to act. Rajas, reactive, energy without control. Sattva is responsive, energy with awareness. So improving habits isn't just about discipline, it's about shifting your state from unconscious inaction to unconscious action to conscious action. So your practical takeaway is here. When a habit cue appears, you can ask, am I ignoring this? That's the Tamas state. Am I reacting automatically? That is Raja state. Am I choosing intentionally? That is Sattva state, which we want to be. That question alone can interrupt the loop and upgrade your response. Now, from polyvagal theory developed by neuroscientist Stephen Porges, a model how nervous system responds to safety and threat, here's how the mapping lines up to the Ayurvedic perspective. The Raja state refers to the fight or the flight mode where your system is mobilized state. This corresponds to the sympathetic nervous system being active. Your body prepares to act, either fight to the threat or to run from it. Increase heart rate, alertness, and energy, and you can feel like you have an anxiety, restlessness, urgency, overthinking, or impulsive action. This state is high energy and low control, very similar to the idea of Rajas. Now, looking at the Tamas state, the shutdown, the freeze or collapse state, this aligns with the dorsal vagal state in the polyvagal theory. The system shuts down when the threat feels overwhelming or inescapable. Energy drops, sometimes dramatically, and can feel like numbness, fatigue, procrastination, dissociation, or checking out. This is low energy and low engagement state, matching the tamas state in Ayurveda. And finally, the sattva state, that's the calm and regulated state, and this corresponds to the ventral vagal state, which is the most regulated and balanced state. You feel safe enough to connect, think clearly, and respond flexibly. Body is calm but alert. You can feel like grounded, present, emotionally stable, able to choose responses rather than reacting to it. And this is a balanced energy, awareness state, your sattva state. So the key idea here is your nervous system is constantly shifting. Polyvagal theory suggests that your system is always scanning for safety, that's sattva, regulated or connected. Threat detection, that is Rogers, that's mobilized and reacting. Overwhelmed state, that is Tamas, is shut down and conserve. In polyvagal theory, these states aren't good or bad. They are adaptive survival response. That's it. You're not inconsistent, you're not lazy or disciplined, you aren't broken, you are just dominant in one of these states. The goal isn't to eliminate Rajas or Tamas, but to recognize when you're in them and return to regulation, that is Sattva, when appropriate. Ayurveda got there first. Now, here's where it gets useful. These mental states are driven by physical inputs, that's the five elements. Ether, that's Akasha, that refers to the space, awareness. Air, that's Vayu, movement, ideas. Fire, that's Agni, focus, intensity. Water, Jala, that's emotion and connection. Earth, Prithvi, the stability and structure. The air, a Vayu, makes you to think fast and overthinking happens. Fire, the Agni, makes you sharp and reactive. And earth, the Prithvi, makes you stable or stuck. So if you're anxious, it's not random. You have too much air inside you. If you're burnt out, it's too much fire inside you. If you're procrastinating or unmotivated, then there is too much of earth and water element inside you. Our lifestyle is a constant stimulation like noise, scrolling, and chaos. Literally actually feeding the problem. Then there is an hidden liver that stages. This is your edge, your ability to think clearly and make decisions. In one word, it is mental sharpness. Too low of stages, you feel foggy. Too high, you feel intense and irritable. So here's a shift most people miss. Stop saying I lack discipline and frame it as a behavioral problem. Start asking what state I'm in. Because Rajas makes you chase, Tamas makes you freeze, Sattva lets you choose. Start managing your inputs, your environment, your stimulation, your pace of life. Most people try to fix their behavior. Smart people fix their state. Behavior follows. And Ayurveda is basically a 5,000-year-old operating system for doing exactly that. If you like this video, please hit that like button and share it with people you value. And it means a lot to us to share our information from our channel to a wider population. Thank you for supporting our channel so far, for those who have subscribed and following us. And I promise I will be sharing more meaningful content in the coming weeks. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. See you in the next video.